6:47 right now. Time for the morning rush. A vote on the resolution that would condemn Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's controversial gun ban has been delayed. Congress was supposed to vote on whether or not to condemn the governor's actions yesterday, but that vote was canceled. That resolution is now back in committee.
A tenant at city-owned Gibson Health Hub hasn't paid their rent for months. Now they're getting a new lease. Vision's Sankofa is a nonprofit created to help low-income refugees and immigrants. They plan to pay the rent with state funds they were awarded, but they were later told they can't use that money for rent. Now, city councilors have approved a new lease allowing the group to pay their rent through services provided to the Gateway Center.
The only homeless shelter in Gallup may soon be forced to close. The Lexington Hotel serves people suffering from substance abuse and has 31 residents. However, the facility only has enough funds to stay open until the end of the month. Advocates are now trying to raise $150,000 to keep the shelter open. We have a link to that fundraiser at KRQE.com. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. It's a chilly start, so grab your jackets and layers. By this afternoon, we'll be in the low 80s. A warm afternoon, but with cloudier skies.
Target has joined the number of retailers putting aisles of items behind locked shelves to deter theft. Items locked away include laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, and more. Meanwhile, Kohl's closed their Coronado Center location over the weekend. Employees told us that crime was a big factor in that decision.
An Albuquerque man convicted of killing a homeless person is scheduled for sentencing today. Investigators say Anthony Gallegos and Timothy Chavez left a party in March of 2018 and shot Ronnie Ross 6 times. The two went back to the party and bragged about the shooting before returning to Ross and shooting him 6 more times. Chavez is scheduled for sentencing today at 3:30.
A man is facing DWI charges again after passing out in a fast food drive-through line. Police were called to the Whataburger on Candelaria and Eubank for someone asleep in the drive-through, and they found 42-year-old Alfredo Alvidres passed out. This is his 5th DWI arrest. He's currently on an ankle monitor. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is low today. We'll see hot temperatures in the southeast, but otherwise pretty quiet for our Wednesday.
A suspect from a 2018 murder is now facing several charges. Came after a 2-hour-long SWAT standoff in northwest Albuquerque. Police say 37-year-old Robert Romero chased Vernon Talamante into an apartment before shooting him twice. Romero was identified after police say that he bragged to an informant about shooting Talamante. Investigators tested a gun from Romero and found that it was used in the murder.
A bill to fund the Pentagon failed to advance in the House. The resolution to debate the defense bill failed 212 to 214, with every Democrat opposing the measure. The move comes less than 2 weeks before a September 30th deadline to pass a broader government funding legislation and avoid a government shutdown.
3 schools from New Mexico made it onto the U.S. Department of Education's federally recognized list of 2023 Blue Ribbon schools. They include Monte Vista Elementary in Albuquerque, Lydia Ripley Elementary in Aztec, and Lincoln Elementary in Gallup. They all received that prestigious recognition. The award is based on academic performance as well as addressing underrepresented student populations. Erica.
We're going to check on traffic. The maps are looking clear, no accidents or slowdowns, and Tracker is heading east on I-40 near Carlisle. A beautiful sunrise this morning.
A Danish court has ruled a conceptual artist as more of a scam artist for one of his art exhibits. Back in 2021, Kunsten Museum of Modern Art commissioned artist Jens Hanning for some work. He submitted these 2 blank canvases that he titled, "Take the Money and Run." He was ordered to pay more than $70,000 back, along with $11,000 in court fees.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, the 17th annual New Mexico Jazz Festival is going to be hosting Blues Night this Sunday at Civic Plaza. Food trucks will be available for guests. That's while they enjoy performances by GA20, Tony Morgan, and Soulful Sounds, and ending with a performance by Charlie Musselwhite. Admission to the event is free.
At number 4, Target has joined the number of retailers putting whole aisles of items behind locked shelves. Items locked away include laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, makeup, and more. While some customers are accepting the new normal, others say there should be more resources for people. Some stores have taken drastic measures. Over the weekend, Kohl's closed their uptown location at the Coronado Center. Employees told us that crime was a big factor in that decision.
At number 3, it's going to be a cloudier and warm day. Temperatures will climb from the 50s this morning back into the low 80s this afternoon, but clouds will roll in around midday, and it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy by later on.
And number 2, a nonprofit's debt to the city is being forgiven. The tenant at the city-owned Gibson Health Hub hasn't paid their rent for months. Now they're getting a new lease. Visions Sankofa is a nonprofit created to help low-income refugees and immigrants. The founder says the original plan was to pay rent with state funds that they were awarded. Later on, they were told they can't use that money for rent. During Monday night's city council meeting, councilors approved a new lease allowing the group to pay their rent through services provided to the Gateway Center. The city says there is one other vendor in the Gateway Center with a similar deal.
And at number 1, we are hearing from those who represent New Mexico and Washington, D.C. This comes as a vote on the resolution that would condemn Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's controversial gun ban has been delayed. Congressman Gabe Vasquez, representing southern New Mexico and part of the South Valley, plans to vote in favor of the resolution. Meanwhile, another Democrat from New Mexico, that is Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, says she plans to vote against the condemnation. Congress was supposed to vote on whether or not to condemn the governor's actions yesterday, but that vote was canceled and the resolution is now back in committee.